representing the diversity of our country within this female space was important politically, socioeconomically, racially. I think all of that matters.
Hi, Jana.
Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you both again, because we spoke for Boy State in 2020, a long time ago, looks like.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, but amazing. I really enjoy Girls State. And I'm going to start with you, Amanda. What is like the difference doing that documentary, Boy State, and doing now the Girls State? The biggest difference?
Well, I'm not going to surprise anybody if I say girls are different than boys, but also the programs are different. And I don't think going in we knew how different they were going to be, but that ended up becoming such a part of our story. The training wheels that were put on the bike of the program, the girls were very slow to be able to get into talking politics. And that was a frustration that I think was a microcosm for sort of the frustration they feel in general of being under the expectations being low for girls in politics, which is a reality we do deal with. Female representation in the adult state is still not 50-50. It's somewhere around 25 to 28%. And that's the most it's ever been, so we're sort of progressing, but too slowly. But the biggest difference probably was that they built a Supreme Court at Girls State. And for us in 2022, that was a very powerful place to be, with a bunch of girls in a trigger law state like Missouri, watching them build from scratch a court system and then hear an abortion case. It was a powerful moment to witness as a documentarian.
Yeah, I think was very, like, the way that they talk. They're so articulated. I love that. I think they are amazing. But it wasn't fair because the Boy State was like next door, so they're like seeing the difference between both of them. I think that was like, I was a little upset because of that. I don't know. It's kind of like, that's not fair for them. So for you, Jess, what was like the challenge is to pick the right girls to tell this story?
I think the first challenge is just talking to as many girls as we could reach. There are hundreds who go to the program, so we made it a point to Zoom initially with hundreds, as many as would be willing to talk to us. And that was great, actually. It was challenging and overwhelming to have so many conversations, but it was a wonderful way to learn what was on their minds and what their ambitions were. And out of that big group, to identify a handful who we would film with in Missouri in advance, just to get to know how did they feel about having a camera around them. And I loved actually getting to go to a prom in Missouri. Getting to just spend time with them was really kind of a privilege. And I think, of course, the challenge is not knowing what path they're going to take through the week. We knew what their ambition was, whether it was for Emily to run for governor or Tochi to win a seat on the Supreme Court, or to run for Attorney General, or Nisha to win a seat on the Supreme Court. But as you know, it's unscripted filmmaking, and we simply don't know. We wanted to represent the diversity of the state of Missouri. It's a big state with complicated politics. It's got the right wing, the left wing, and everything in between. It's got big cities and rural and suburban communities. So, I think representing the diversity of our country within this female space was important politically, socioeconomically, racially. I think all of that matters, and I think we want to tell a story about different perspectives and different voices, trying to find commonality. That's the project of our country. If we can't achieve that in our film in Girl State, I think we've fallen short. So that is a challenge, but I think the girls that we cast in the film really cast themselves, because they're exceptional. They're smart, confident, ambitious, politically sophisticated, but also vulnerable and open and willing to look at themselves and to invite us in. And that's a lot to ask. That's a challenge to say, can you withstand the pressure of a camera crew following you for a week? And not everybody can handle that. So that's their challenge, but also ours too, because we're putting a burden on them of being a part of a big documentary.
Yeah, amazing. And Amanda, what was your favorite part to do documentaries like this, like Boy State and Girl State?
I don't know if I have a single favorite thing. I mean, there's so much, it's so much chaos and so much youthful, like, energy and insanity. And I think for whatever reason, that's where I feel the most at home. And it makes the filming process very, very difficult. But the emotional maelstrom or female strum is there. You don't, I'm sure at every one of these sessions across every state, across every year that they happen, they're very emotional spaces. And so for a storyteller, you're just kind of landing in this extraordinary space of human emotion and connection. And that's exciting. I think it never stops being exciting. That's there. You sure hope you're there for the right moments. That's our job, is to make sure we actually are there with the kid at the time that something is happening. But every time we're surprised, and all the stuff we need to have happen has happened with both films. Our kids change. We're surprised. It's relevant to my world. I'm no longer a teenager, but it's very resonant for me, not just politically and what it means for our country, but also with this film as a woman, what girlhood, what lessons of girlhood I was reminded of from watching these kids.
Amazing. That's my time. I would just want to thank you so much for your time, both of you. And
so quick. Okay, thanks, Jana.
I know they're great documentary. I hope you have a next one, amazing one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.